Hello everyone, I'm Pankaj Dobaria. Welcome back to my channel. Are you struggling to create an nopCommerce plugin? Of course, where to start? In this video, I will show you a simple step-by-step to create an nopCommerce plugin. We will keep it very simple. So if you are a beginner, then also you will easy to understand how to create an nopCommerce plugin. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding how to create a plugin, how to run a plugin in the nopCommerce. So let's start. Through the code, I will understand and create a simple nopCommerce plugin. Here is the nopCommerce code. I have just started with this, and this is the nopCommerce 4.9 will be there. So let's create a plugins. Once you have want to create a plugin, you need to be just on side the plugin folders, right click it, add new, and a new project. Once you have to create a new projects, you need to be added a class library projects will be there. You need to be searched from here. Here it is on my recent projects. It is already there. So let's create a class library. The path you want to be inside the nopCommerce plugins will be there. This is the folders that you will be there. The plugins name you need to be start. So the plugin's name is very important as well. That once you are starting on that, you need to be do like this. The plugins names will be understand like what was it about the plugins. Suppose it will be start with the knob dot plugins. That means this is a plugin. Then after it will be a prefix. Suppose it there will be a type of plugin. If this plugin is a widget plugins, text plugin, shipping plugins, discount plugins. So which types of plugins that you want to build, that's need to be first. So let's start with the widget plugin. It's a widgets dot my first plugin. So this is our plugins names will be there, and here it is our plugins where it is stored. Let's go to the next. Supported version is .NET 9 and create it. So once it is created, it will be just by default, it will be created with the class library. So let's just remove this, and here you can see the plugins it is created. If you are opening in the folders, it will be inside the plugin, and the names is look like the widget, my first plugin, and the plugin files as well. Then after, you need to be just check where type of the plugins is that. Suppose this is a widget plugins. You need to refer any of the widget plugins. So if you see over here, there is a widget swiper plugins will be there. In this plugins, there will be a plugin.cs is the main file. So let's create this one, add new class, and we can give it names will be there. So my first plugin will be there. Okay. So let's create a CS file. This file is created, and we can, as a reference, we can check over here for that. So this file is created. Now the very important part is that this needs to be a public. So here, so if you see in this file, two inheritances will be here. One is base plugin, another is widget plugin. Every plugins need to be inherited with the base plugin that will be the required. Okay, so that is a public class, my first plugin, public class, the first plugin inherited with the base plugin, and that's to be added with the service after plugin. And the second one is I widget plugins that's need to be, that is a widget plugin. Okay, so this need to be removed. This is very keep it simple. If you have built a widget plugins, you need to be iWidget plugins, and the base plugins will be on over will be there. Now, if you have first of all regions, that will be a we can say fill in that case we C2R, so there will be a construction and regions. We can set that. So here is our construction is ready. The top of that we can set some fields. Okay, if it is required, we will be using this region. Okay, the third region is methods. So this is our third regions that keep it with the methods will be that's need to be implemented. So if we have a iWidget inheritance, there will be some specific widget methods that need to be implemented. So if you need to be implement these methods, it will be implemented over here. We can just to be copied from here and put it inside the methods. Okay, so it will be keep the same block. So you need to be just keep aligned with the widget plugins. That's will be how it will be workings with the widget. And this will be two important files that need to be workings. Like the methods will be there, need to be over here. So once you have need to be, it's a very simple. That's you need to be install methods and uninstall methods. It is required for that. It will be override. It's once you have your plugins will be installed, it will be called over here. If it is your plugins will be uninstalled, it will be called this methods. Okay, so this will be the most important parts that you need to be installed, and uninstall methods will be there. The second files that you required to install and uninstall plugins, that is the plugin.json files will be there. So you can copy it from any of the plugins to copy the plugin.json file, but here you need to be important files that need to be changed. First one is uh, group. That's we have a widget group. So we have to edit a widget group. The friendly name that you can give any of them, like my first plugin. So it will be showing on that. The system name, I preferably the system's name will be matched with our plugins will be there. So this will be our plugins widgets showing over here. You can put the entire names will be there. That is also okay. Or if you can put it only the widget.my uh, widget.my first plugins will be also okay. Now the version of our plugins, we can set that 1.0.00. That is also versioning is okay. The another way, most of the developers will be doing that like 4.90.1, that is or point 0, that is also okay. So from this version, we can also identify like this version is will be available for 4.9, and the version behind this our versions will be there. And this is the supported version 4.9 that must be required, then only the plugins will be available will be there. The authors who is developing these plugins, let me put it as a Pankaj Dobaria is our mind. The main important part is over here. Like once we build a plugin, it will be created a DLL names, and that DLL name is exactly 100% same. It is over it will be there, and the small descriptions need to be put over here. Like this is my first plugin. It's very need to be keep it very simple, and the shorts will be there. Okay, so this is another part of that. The second part is the logo .pngs will we can create some logos will be there and put it over here, and we have just copy and paste the logo, so it will be considered as the same as. So this will be the most important. This three things will be there. One is plugin.json, my first plugin.cs, and the logo. Now, the second part is that once we open this projects files will be there, there will be some missing part. So if you can open any of the projects of widget, here is some properties that will be aligning with them. So if you can open the first property over here, you can copy the entire things to this first place. Okay, I'll be explaining each and every will be there. The target version is in .NET 9 because our nopCommerce versions will be supported is .NET 9 will be there. Copyright is for the nopCommerce solutions, and you can put it your name if you are a company. If your brandings will be there, you can put it your names as well. The company as well, if you can put it over here. I can say the Pankaj is my company name. The authors will be showing as also will be dot as Pankaj Dobaria. Okay, if you have some kind of reference, you can put it over here. The Git repository also put it over here as well. The second most important part is that's the output path. Is that like where the plugins will be built? It will be next one is output. Next one is output path. So we have considering as a presentation number plugin and plugins. Here we need to be set the path where we can build our plugins will be accessible. So here we can put it over here. So as a needed, like once we have our plugins will be built, it will goes to this particular path. Okay, so this will be also important for that. The next one is like items will be copied for the scripts and everything will be there. So you can just paste it over here. That is also not a problem. And then after the bundle CSS and everything will be there. It's not requires will be there. And this part, the last part that you need to be appropriated at the last. So let me explain as well. This will be just an added a reference for that the clear project assembly and not projects will be there. Here it is like once the nopCommerce plugins will be built, it will be copy entire DLLs of the nopCommerce. But once the plugin is not required, so if you can use the clear assembly projects and the clear assembly path will be there, it will be remove unnecessary builds when you are doing this. Okay, so this will be all about that the plugins. Now we can just put it build and let's see what happened. Okay, so a build is successfully done. We can see over here. Now we can see the plugin. Under that we can see now dot. Here it is. Now dot plugin dot my first plugins will be there. So here we can see this. Our plugin requires DLLs, the plugin.jsons, logos, and everything will be copied. So everything will be over here. Okay, so the plugins will be ready, and now we can check and run the code. Project is started. Let's log into the admin. Go to the admin, local plugin, and here we can select our widget as a plugin group. You can find here it is, my first plugin, and we can see the author name. The version is 4.9.1. The plugin system name and display order, and this plugin is not installed. Okay, so once we click on the install, it will hit our this method as an install method of the plugin. This method and the plugins will be installed. Let's put it the install. Once it will be installed and it's need to require the restart. Okay, the plugin will be stopped. The important part, if you want to see over here, once you go to the inside app data and plugin.json, so here at the bottom of that, here our plugins will be named to be installed. This will be items, our first plugin. So once our systems will be restart, it will be removed from here and put it over top of that. So the plugins will be installed. So see this is removed. The projects will be started. Let's hit this plugin dot list. Now we can check the widget, search. This plugins will be installed. You can see over here. We can see the edit page. You can enable it over here as the customers will be custom name. My first my first plugins will be there. So basically this is all about how to create a simple steps to plugin. Now, this will be a manual process that's need to be create a plugins with that. I'm also giving you a small how to easily set up your first plugin with the templates. So if you can download from here nopCommerce plugin template, this is the Git repository. Here all versions will be available. Right now we are on the 4.9. We can just select the 4.9 and here we have need to be just download zip file. After that, what you need to do here is the instructions that this plugin, these templates will be supported to the 4.17, 19, and 20s will be there, and what need to be do. Okay, so follow the instructions from here. Now here we have just let me show you that's how it will be. Now once we have create, add a new and the new projects. You can see there will be an nopCommerce 4.5, 4.8. The templates will be created. Suppose a class library is also the one of the default template of the nopCommerce. So here is the 4.5 is the template of the nopCommerce. But here I don't find about the 4.9 templates will be there. Okay. So we downloaded the templates. Let's over here. Yeah. Here it is downloaded. Expand it. Visual Studio, and this will be a 4.9. This particular nop.plugin template 4.9. Copy this entire folder and go to the C drive. User, your user name will be there. Document. Now, whichever the Visual Studio you are using, as of now, I can see this. I'm using Visual Studio 2022. Okay, so I'm going to Visual Studio 2022 templates and the projects template. You can see the 4.5 and 4.8 will be existing. So here you can see the 4.5 and 4.8 is existing. I can paste it over here, the 4.9 version. Okay. So now after paste, you just need to be restart your Visual Studio. So closing the Visual Studio, again run 2022 Visual Studio. My projects test will be there. So this is one time process. Like once you have adding a template, once you're adding a templates, add new and new projects will be there. So keep it wait, it will be, see over here 4.9s will be there. And here it is 4.9 labeling with the new. If you didn't find on this list, you can just type a 4.90. It will be also searching with the 4.9 as well in the nopCommerce template. You can use this, click next, just create. So it will be also automatically give you the name as well as the standard of the nopCommerce nop.plugin.misc.custom plugin. So if you want to create a MISC plugin, type it MISC. If you want to create a widget plugins, type it the change name widgets dot my plugin test. Okay, where plugin has already exist, so we can just put it test. Select the plugin folder, select the plugin folder, so it will be put it on the plugins. Create, it will automatically create the entire plugins. Okay, so you can see all the folder structures will be created. Plugins is .plugin.cs with base plugin is created, plugin.json is created. We just put the names and everything will be there. Whatever we have copied from it, if you can open inside the projects file is also prepared. Whatever we have, this will be the names. We have set it over here, the .NET 9's library, the clear path as we have set it over here. So everything's whatever we need to be manual, it will be overridden over here. So if you want to start with that, you can all about this. You can just we have put it manually things on the our first plugins will be there. But if you use the templates, your works will be slow. So use the templates. That will be faster for you to creating a plugin and just start writing the code. Yeah, so this is all about the plugin, and I'll show you the two methods. One is the manual, that how to create plugins. The another one is the template. From the template, it will be very faster and easy to create a plugin. So the template is very useful. You can use the template methods will be there. It will be very easy for you. In the next video, I will share further process about how to improve in your plugin, how to use the widgets, and through the widgets, how you show the data in the front end. So make sure you subscribe this channel. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching the video.